in a moment, I'm guessing it within the next 5 minutes, there are going to be people who are not able to tune in anymore. I told you guys this will max out. It's a very powerful time, actually, what we are going through. And this cycle, actually, astrologically, not just because the new moon portal is open, but this lunar year is very powerful. The cycles that is about to come is very powerful. And it's very important we learn how to play the cards right. Now, first of all, before I get into any of today's topic and what we are going to be going through teaching, Sanskriti is asking, why is the audio low? Is it low for everybody? Yes. I'm sure the team will. Everybody says it's low. Our team is saying it's not. So our team is saying that 1,000 people is wrong. They're figuring it out. Is it becoming any better? Audio is low. Getting better. A little bit better. Yes? Oh, wonderful. That is great. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. Right. So before I get into today's teaching, whoa, we're on 1,000 people. 1,000 people showing up. So I'm sorry to whoever's trying to tune in right now, will not be able to tune in anymore. Maybe we stream this on the Facebook or something like that, because otherwise I don't know how the rest of the people are going to come in. It's maxed out, huh? So before I first of all want to congratulate everybody for tuning in here. Please try not to drop out. Try not to close off your Wi-Fi, because once you drop out, you will not be able to come back in. Okay? I believe that there are no accidents that happen. I believe you are here because you're supposed to be here, and you're supposed to receive the knowledge or message you're supposed to receive today. How many of you believe that there are no coincidences in life? Raise your hand nice and high. Oh, you woo-woo crazy people. There are no coincidences in life. Everything is meant to happen. That's why we are all here, I believe. Before I get into the teaching, I want to acknowledge everybody for tuning in today. Great for you guys tuning in early. And I want to know where you guys have tuned in from. Can you guys let me know inside the chat, please? What city, what country? What city, what country? We got Singapore, we got Bangalore, we got Hong Kong, we got Nepal, we got Hong Kong, we got Sweden, we got Malta, we got New York, we got Brussels, we got Germany, we got Malaysia, we got Uruguay, Taiwan, Atlanta, Denmark, Jakarta, India, Leicester. Somebody posted their YouTube link. You're going to be banned. You're going to be booted out of this call. I seen it. Whoever that was. No self-promotion, please. We got California. We got Oman. We got Pune. We got Amsterdam. Newcastle. From Thun. You're from the Thun. Who is that? We got Florida. We got Johannesburg, Tunisia, Cape Town, Copenhagen, Hong Kong. We got quite a few Hong Kong people. Kenya. Karibu. We got a lot of Kenyans here. Maryland. We have people from New York. Oh my God. This is crazy, no? Are you guys acknowledging what this board is showing? What Geo is obviously showing? Are you guys understanding what this board is showing? This is souls from all around the world. Right here, right now, with us all collectively on this call. Yes, we are all one. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. I think I've seen every city, every country. I can't even think of any country or any city that I didn't see there. That's absolutely amazing. Why is it that we are all here? I'm going to start off, please, before I get into it. Can I see a show of notebooks and notepads? Because I want you to see your commitment to your learning. If you ain't got a notebook or notepad, I don't know what you were thinking you were going to do in the next 90 minutes. You think that you're going to just catch it all. Edwina is ready, I see. You see? Fiona is ready. Ready? 准备好. Okay? Ready. Ale is ready. Very good. Very good. Roya, very good. Okay? Make sure everybody has a notepad, has a journal, has a piece of paper, has a pen, and make sure you're taking notes. Because this call will only happen once. I'm not going to run it again. And it's very, very important. And if you take in all of the things that I'm going to say and you action, you learn all the steps and you action all the steps, this year you could potentially take a quantum leap. You could potentially completely change your life around. So please take it very, very, very seriously. Okay? Now, everyone take an inhale, please. And slow exhale. Okay, I'm going to start off with this. Understanding what year we are in right now. From 2024, by the way, can somebody tell me 2024 is what number in numerology? Oh, we have all the conscious tribe here. 2024, the number 8. Okay, the number 8. Can somebody tell me what the number 8 represents? What does the number 8 represent? Infinite, abundance, prosperity, wealth. The number 8 is a very, very powerful number when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to wealth. Okay? When it comes to infinite abundance. Now, first of all, if we acknowledge this number 8, okay, and we talk about the word wealth, I want you, first of all, to tell me, what does the word wealth mean to you? Does it just mean money, like the paper you have in your wallet? Mm-hmm. Okay, health and money. Okay, freedom, 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 freedom. Okay, that's the big word that I relate to when I hear the word wealth. I don't believe that people who only have money but don't have time is called wealthy. I believe they just have money. I believe wealthy people, abundant people, they have anything, everything, whenever, whoever. They have that freedom. They have that freedom of choice to be able to do what they want, whenever they want, with whomever they want. Right? That's why today we want to understand, how do we unlock our freedom? And what has 2024 got to do with unlocking freedom? Now, those of you who are into astrology, and not just the monthly astrology as we know it, those of you who probably know we're in Pisces new moon is opening up right now, which is a very good time for new commitment, by the way. That's why we chose today to run this event, for you to commit to yourself. Okay, and I want everyone to write that down. This week, these 3 days is very good days for commitment, for sowing seeds, for manifestations, for taking action, for starting new things. These 3 days are very good for that because it's the new moon. The seeds that you sow are things that you end up reaping. What you put out, you get back. Yeah, Hannah says, okay, I'm ready. Wonderful. Now, when I'm talking about astrology, I'm not only talking about the 12-month astrology. The 12 months, and I want you guys to write this down, the 12 months I refer to 12 months, I refer to as the mini cycles. This is the astrology a lot of people know. Okay? Every month, whatever you're born in, you're a different astrology. Okay? So that's the 12 months, the mini cycles. And through those mini cycles, okay, what does a cycle consist of? I want to break it down for you guys. Okay? A cycle will always consist of these three stages. Destruction. Okay. Moving on to what? Creation. Moving on to what? Preservation. Destruction, creation, preservation. Destruction, creation, preservation. Destruction, creation, preservation. Okay? So we need to first acknowledge this. No energy, right? Because spirituality is just a science. No energy is ever created or destroyed. It's only ever what? What's the word? What's science? What's the word? It's only ever, come on, we have 1,000 people here, huh? Transferred, okay? It's only ever transferred. Energy can only transmute. So what does this mean? Energy is always transferring, even transferring from negative to positive or from positive to even negative. Globally, collectively, energy is always transferring from old to new, from new to old, from chaos to order, from order to chaos, always transferring. These are cycles, up and down cycles, that we can never get away from. This is life. It will always be the case. It will forever be the case. I'll give you one simple example. Recently, I've been looking to purchase a home here in Dubai, right? And while I've been looking to purchase another home, everybody in Dubai is saying, well, all the real estate agents are saying, right? Buying Dubai is fine. I say, yeah, but it's really high right now. Yeah, but it'll just keep going up. Okay? Now, that's fine. It may keep going up for the next few months. It may keep going up even for the next few years. But it will not just keep going up. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? It will not. All you need to do is look at the economics of any history before. You will see nothing has ever only keep going up. You will say, no. Real estate always goes up. Yeah, long term it always goes up, but there's loads and loads and loads of mini cycles in between. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? You say gold always goes up. Yeah, but gold also comes down as well. Right? You're saying long term, but there are many, many mini cycles in between. Is that making sense? Now, when we understand there are cycles that happen, every single month there are cycles that happen. That is why in spirituality, we learn in yogic practices, we learn to connect with moon energies and sun energies because it's to balance these energies. That's why we practice chaos to order, connecting with the energies. We learn to let go of the old for the new to come in. Are you guys following what I'm saying? Right? We learn to even destroy old limiting patterns and beliefs to form new ones. Destruction. So while I'm saying that, I want to ask you guys a question because this is really going to help you through your mindset this year. Is destruction bad? Is it negative? Is it bad? Okay? Destruction is not bad. Destruction is neutral. It depends what you make out of the destruction. Okay? You can have an old building there. If there's an old building and some people have been going to that building for many, many years, if the government say we're going to take that building down, will a lot of people be emotional and upset? Yes or no? So that's their perspective. Destruction is bad. But when they destroy the old building, then they can create a new building. Will a lot of people be happy and see the opportunities? Yes or no? Same thing. It's neutral. Okay? All of this is neutral. All of these things is neutral. It's not good, it's not bad. Cycles is neutral. Up and down is neutral. Chaos is neutral. Are you guys following what I'm saying? And it's extremely, extremely important that we understand this. Why? Because this will give you the right mindset to navigate through the next couple of years. Dun, dun, dun. What does it mean? Next couple of years. Why? What's happening? Okay? Just like new moon, full moon, all the monthly cycles, they are mini cycles. So there's mini destruction patterns that happen. There are mini creation patterns that happen. But right now, I want you guys to recognize that we are on a 12-year cycle. This is your major cycles. Because in our lifetime, we don't get many of these. You can count them with your hands. Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't get that many in our lifetime. We say we can count these cycles with our hands, but the first few cycles you're probably too young to remember, and you probably didn't have the sense, you probably weren't sensible enough to take advantage or do anything great with it. And the last few cycles, most of the time you're kind of like, so it's fine. It's the last years of my life, You've only got that middle part. So you've only got like one handful of cycles that you can really take big advantage of, right? What does it mean 12 years, right? 12 months. 12 months is the astrology that many, many people know, right? Every month is a different astrology chart. Now, 12 years in the lunar calendar. How many of you know that this year is the year of the dragon? In the lunar calendar, there's 12 years. That's the astrology. So when we have the minor cycles going on and we have the major cycles, the minor cycles will go on throughout the year regardless. But now we are in a 12-year major cycle. Okay? By the way, when we say 12-year, we do not pinpoint 12 year. Usually, you get anywhere from 10 to 15 years, right? If you look back at history, it's very simple, right? Nobody can just make this up. Oh yeah, just this star, that star align, and you're going to be rich. No. It's just a pattern. You can Google the history. You can look at books for the history. You can read up on history. You will see every 10 to 15 years, forever, there will always come a recession, a global depression. That's the dun dun dun. There will always be a recession. There will always be a global depression. Now that we are going into this cycle here right now, meeting that time, right? Actually, the past few years, have you guys not noticed that something's already been brewing up there on the back burner? How many of you have noticed that the past few years has been a little bit wacky, How many of you know what I'm talking about? There's been crazy things going on, and not only the past few years, even right now, in this very moment. I want us to acknowledge there are people seriously struggling right now with their lives, right now in this moment, because there is literally war happening around the world right now. All of these things are brewing up. Now, what does this mean for us? Am I calling this today, everybody gather up so that we can speak about negativity and bad news and everyone's going to die? Or why have I brought everybody here together? I'll tell you why I put this event together. Some of you know that in 2019, I went through a pilgrimage, an initiation, a blessing from my spiritual master when I went up into the mountains for my spiritual awakening journey. When I came back from that journey, I started sharing this message already because my spiritual master had already told me in 2019, this was, by the way, before all the chaos started to kick off, that all of whatever's going to happen. So when I seen that through all the different practices that I was doing, I then realized why I was chosen for this particular mission or this purpose in this particular lifetime. I really believe that this cycle, just like every other cycle, if you see it as problem and chaos, you're going to attract and manifest more problems and more chaos, and it's going to spiral out of control. And quite frankly, the majority of people in the world will be that way. And, what can we do? We can only try our best to help as many people as possible. But I also know during this downward spiral, there will also be a huge transfer. And I want everybody to write this down. There is going to be a huge wealth transfer. And again, you can say, oh, Master's just making this up. It doesn't matter what you think. You just look back in history. Every 10 to 15 years, there's a big wealth transfer. And what does this mean? This wealth transfer means that there will be a lot of people who have good money right now who will suddenly have no money, who will lose it all. There will also be people on the other side of the spectrum who have no money at all and suddenly become extremely, extremely, extremely wealthy. Right? As what Kenyon's saying, it's going to be the biggest wealth transfer in history. This one will be. It's the biggest one ever. That's why I don't take this conversation lightly. I don't take this year lightly. We have to be deadly serious about it. We have to be very disciplined about this. Right? Now, this wealth transfer, so what does this mean? What does it mean to us, this wealth transfer? Some of you are thinking, oh, so this is all about money then. Well, kind of, but what if I was also to say that your life is also all about money? And I know that some of you will deny that. No, it's not. Mine's about love. Mine's about hugging trees and doing meditation and yoga. Great. That's your spiritual practices. But tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing the 1,000 people who are on this meeting here today, you use money. And I'm guessing the 1,000 people here every day, when you don't have money, it kind of stresses you out a little bit because you got to pay for bills. You got to look after your parents, your kids. You got rent to pay. It's it's funny sometimes when you speak to spiritual people about money because they get all offensive about it. Because it's strange topic. In denial. Because they think money is bad. But I say the greed of money is bad. Money is not bad. I've run a charity out in Kenya for 12 years now. How's that bad? Like, the more money I have, the more I can help them. Like, I've saved lives with money. So you tell me that money's bad. Like, you cannot convince me. I see it. The proof is there every day. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Whether you like money, you don't like money, you're in the game of money every single day, whether you like it or not. It's not your choice. This is the world we live in. So my mentor used to always say to me, and I like you to write this down, if you're going to be playing the money game anyway, why not get good at it? You're playing it anyway. Every day you play it. Some of you work a job that you don't even enjoy. How many of you are working a job that you don't enjoy? Is anybody here? You work a job that you don't enjoy. And you say money's not important. No, you're working the job that you don't enjoy. So you're wasting your time away, your most precious asset. You're giving it up because of money, and you tell me money's not important. Of course it's important. Is everybody following what I'm saying here? Right? So if we understand that it's important, does it mean that it's just about money? Well, money is the foundation of that, of what's about to happen. But actually, you need to understand that wars, how many of you understand when I say wars break out because of money? It's not. It's not what people think. People think, oh, it's because of culture differences, it's because of religion, it's because of all these different things. The government have a big say in all of these things. Money is a big deal. Economy is a big deal when it comes to war. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? So, When I was given that blessing in 2019 to go up into the mountains and see all that I saw, I knew exactly why I was put on planet Earth. I knew exactly why I went through everything that I went through in life. I was the person who was stuck in the material world, chasing one dream, one material after another, and thinking that's success. I was the person who took the 180 turn and said, no, it's about spirituality. Yoga every day, hug some trees, that's life. Until I ran out of money and I realized I couldn't look after the people I cared for. Then I came to the balance of it and realized, wait there a second. We are spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. What does that mean? We are metaphysical and we are physical, whether you like it or not. So why not be abundant in both? Why are we selecting one or the other? Because one belief I have, and this is the purpose of this emergency meeting, that's why I only called for this like 1 week ago, is because I believe the people that are on this call are most likely more of the spiritual people. Let me know if you class yourself as the spiritual person. You know, you're kind of, into spirituality, that type of stuff. Give me a yes inside the chat, right? So you guys are more spiritually aware. That's cool. But I'll tell you what, the thing I realized about money is not good or bad. Money is an amplifier of who you are. You're a bad person, you make money, you probably do more bad things with the money you have. Right? You have bad habits, you probably do more bad things. You're a good person, you like doing charity work, you suddenly win the lottery, I believe you probably give it away and help more people. How many of you are understanding what I'm saying here? So when I realized that, I said, hey, wait there a second. What if I went through everything that I went through in my life to see the full spectrum of the 180 turn from this side of the world and that side of existence to say, hey, maybe I'm supposed to be the communicator, to be the bridge. Because guess what? Hey, I know how to make money. Like, it's come quite natural to me for so many years now. I've been entrepreneur since I was like 20 years old. And it's like, hey, I understand this breathwork stuff and meditation stuff and yoga and collective and universe and stuff. I say, hey, what if I'm that bridge? And then I asked myself a question. I said, what if I could awaken the rich people, the people with just money? I could awaken them to have more love. And then I said, what if I can awaken the spiritual people to have more money? I give them wealth consciousness and I give them spiritual consciousness. And if I could form that bridge, guess what? I believe we can change the world. Imagine if all the loving people, our beautiful soul family here, suddenly had loads of money. All those disasters are happening globally. I believe we'll probably come together collectively and go and save the world. That's what I believe. You guys understand what I'm saying? I believe those people who have loads of money, if they finally realize that it's not buying the next Ferrari that makes them happy, and they could collectively come together and serve a higher purpose and be in service, I believe we can change the world. And so I don't know which side of the spectrum you class yourself as. More spiritually abundant right now or more physically abundant right now, it doesn't matter. But the purpose of this call is I want to bring your awareness to what is happening right now and what is just about to happen in the next coming years and what is the best steps we can take. And hopefully, if I can share with you good strategies and steps, logical steps to follow for the next few years, and hopefully if you implement it, you can come back with us all. You have the heart, you have the money, and we just unite and help whoever's in need. Because I cannot do it myself. You guys understand what I'm saying? That's my dream, that's my purpose, that's why we're all on this call. So if any of this resonates with you, that's exactly why we're here. If we are ready to get into the teachings, what should we do? What is the strategy? Please raise 2 hands nice and high. Give me a big smile. And show that you're ready. Tell the universe, I'm ready. Yeah, tell the universe, I'm open to receive. Okay? Tell yourself, I'm open to receive. Okay? Signal to every cell of your body, you're here to receive. Okay? Very good, very good. Okay? So we're in this major cycle here. Everyone take a deep inhale and slow exhale. Okay? So what do we do with this information right now? Well, there's a few steps that we got to be very clear about. And I've made actually a few YouTube videos on this, but we have to respect a YouTube video is usually 10 minutes long. And it's very hard to teach people how to become, have freedom in 10 minutes. So that's why I decided to open the session to give you guys a little bit more. Okay? So, what's the first thing? If everybody start taking notes, please. What's the first thing? Okay? So, the first thing that we got to do right now, we got to learn. We got to focus so much of our time on learning. And what is this? Learn what? Learn how to ride a bike, learn how to swim, learn how to kite surf, learn what? Right? Learn how to create wealth. Okay? Now, my mentor used to always say, you have to learn before you what? You have to learn before you what? You have to learn before you earn. Please point to the person next to you and say, you have to learn before you earn. Point to the other side, say, you have to learn before you earn. Okay? You have to learn before you earn. Thank you, Belinda. Now, when it comes to learning and creating wealth, I want to bring your consciousness, because you guys are like, duh, obviously I need to learn, that's why I'm here. No, I want to bring your consciousness to what and where we learn from. Please listen carefully to what I'm saying. Most people learn from the wrong resources, and that's why most people fail to become wealthy. Most people take advice from the wrong people. That's why most people fail to become wealthy. Wealth is MBA, Masters in Business, to spend 100K on a lecturer who's never had a business in their life before? Duh, you tell me. And those of you, duh, obviously we take advice only from people who've done it before, are probably also the same people who, whenever you have an idea for a new venture, a new business, you're like, hey, mom, I had this idea. What do you think of this? Or maybe you see other people investing in things. Oh, people investing in Bitcoin. Just can't raise because you don't practice yoga enough or something. I don't know what's up. Okay? We've all done it, and we probably all continue to do it. And some of you, you will also probably, but it's okay. No, actually, I use YouTube. Oh, YouTube is the one, is it? Is it? How many of you are following me because of law of attraction on YouTube? Give me a LOA inside the chat. Let me see who the lwa people are. Right? You're following me because of law of attraction. What's the biggest search on YouTube for law of attraction. How to manifest what? Winning the lottery. Many people search how to manifest winning the lottery on YouTube. They get you search any video on YouTube right now with regards to lottery, it's got millions of views. Now, tell me one thing, okay? I'm not going to use my intelligence for it. I want you to use your intelligence for one time. That professional that's teaching you how to manifest winning the lottery, how many times do you think they win the lottery? Well, if I was them, I would win it 3 times a week, no? I mean, they know the strategy. You're laughing now, but some of you are guilty of watching those videos. I know you are. What I'm saying is, a lot of the time we do research. Oh, Google will tell me. No, Google won't tell you anything. We're living in a very interesting information age now. It's not the lack of information, it's too much information. And it confuses us. We don't need confusion. I'll tell you what you guys need. Please do write this down. You need one mentor, just one mentor, one coach. That's all you need. To become wealthy, you need one mentor, you need one coach. And what is the criteria? What's on their CV? What's their qualification? What's their degree? No, you don't. No. You just want to know how much money is in their bank account. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's all you need to know. Whoa, there's a lot of money in your bank account. Okay, tell me how you do it. My mentor used to always teach me, talk is cheap. Only learn from people who walk the talk. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? That's your first thing today. You got to learn before you earn, and you must find yourself a mentor now, not tomorrow, not next day. Why? Because time is of the essence. Right now, the downturn is about to happen. And I'll tell you why. Those of you who don't know, 3 weeks ago, UK and Japan finally announced recession. I'll tell you, the whole world will follow after that. It always does. So the first thing is you've got to learn how to create wealth. So you've got to find yourself a mentor, you've got to find yourself a coach. You've got to educate yourself. That's priority number 1. Okay? Number 2, what do we do with this? Okay, what do we do with this? So for today, over the next 1 hour left, I'm going to be your coach, I'm going to be your mentor. Is that okay? I don't need to drive my Lamborghini in to show you proof or anything, no? Should be okay. I think this nice Nike yoga wear should be enough, no? No, I can't drive the car in here. Okay. So I wish I had Louis Vuitton on or something, then I could be a little bit, not Nike. Maybe showing you my Crocs might help a little. They're no Balenciaga, but they're comfortable, huh? Okay. So now, what would I teach you today in terms of what you need to do to prepare over this next year? Okay. The first thing you want to do is you want to. Let me write this. You want to accumulate as much cash as possible. You want to accumulate as much cash as possible. That's the first thing you want to do, okay? So what I'm going to recommend to you guys, and by the way, in my last 10 years or 12 years of coaching people, in the last 10 years of that, I've never, ever told anyone to do what I'm just about to tell you to do now. And that is to not invest in assets right now. The assets meaning stocks and shares, the assets meaning real estate, the assets meaning gold, the assets meaning, the assets. And there is only one asset that is actually your most valuable asset that I will only permit you to invest in. What is that asset, by the way? Does anybody know? Olivia. Yourself. Yourself. Okay? By the way, when I say don't invest in assets right now, the only thing you invest in is yourself to acquire the knowledge. That is fine. You get yourself a coach, get yourself a mentor. Great, amazing, right? Because you need to learn before you earn, right? That investment's fine, right? I've personally invested, 100,000, maybe even more dollars on different courses and programs and teachers and trainings and different things. I invested in that many years ago. Has it paid off? It's paid off loads because I got to learn before I earn. But this is probably the only time, and after these few years, you will probably not hear me say this again. Right now, I wouldn't recommend you invest in real estate right now. I wouldn't recommend you invest in gold right now. I wouldn't recommend you invest in stocks and shares right now. I wouldn't recommend you invest in the S&P 500 right now. I wouldn't recommend you invest in any of those things right now. Okay? Why? Recession just got announced, dude. You think, yeah, but it's not the top yet. You will never catch the top. And I want everyone to understand that. Please write that down. You will never catch the top. Those who catch the top are also the same people who catch the bottom. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? They get caught and then boom, comes crashing down. You will never know what the highest price of gold is going to be before it crashes. You will never know what real estate will go up to before it crashes. You will never know. But all we know right now, tell me one thing. In your country right now, for the past couple of years, right, for the past few years, real estate has gone up, yes? For the past 4 or 5 years, it's gone up. It's not down, right? You can say in the short term, oh yeah, but in the 6 months, in the 1 year, it's come down a little. That's fine. I'm saying in this long term, in this big cycle, it's up. And so when it's up, what's coming next, please? When it's up right now, what's coming next? We talked about this right at the beginning. This is financial education. The down is coming. So why would you invest when it's up? Why would you not invest when it's down? You should be investing when it's down, not when it's up. But the problem is this. The majority of people in this world, they usually invest when things are up. Because why? Speculation. Everybody's talking about it. Oh my God, my property went up that much. Oh my God, this went up that much. And then by the time you hear about it, you're like, oh, I need to get in too. Too late. How many of you following what I'm saying here? Right? That's what the mass majority do. But you need to be playing the game different to the mass majority because the mass majority are not most wealthy. Now, you guys understand what I'm saying? You should not be playing that game. Now, so you want to what? First of all, you want to no need to think about investing in those assets long term. By the way, please write that down. I said long term. I'm not saying short term. Short term, there are things you can invest in. I'm going to get into that in a moment. Okay? Not to invest in these things for long term. Long term meaning, 1 year and above. Okay? Any more than 1 year. If you're looking to buy a property now, flip it in 3 months, for sure, go do it. But anything 1 year and above, not right now. Because the announcements will come globally. So that's number one. Rule number one in accumulating more cash. Rule number two in accumulating more cash. Okay? Rule number two. Okay? Stop spending on stupid shit. I'm saying, why is Saloni covering her face? I'm saying, stop spending on liabilities. Stop spending money on things that don't go up in value. Stop overspending. Stop swiping your credit card on a holiday, on a bag, on a thing that you really don't need, on the new iPhone. Stop queuing up for the new iPhone. The 15 is the same as the 14, is the same as the 13, is the same. You don't need to upgrade every single time the iPhone comes out. Stop buying a new TV on finance. Stop getting into debt for things that do not make you money. Tell me one thing, right? See how many people own up to this. How many of you are guilty on spending money and sometimes spending more money than you even have on things that actually don't make you any more wealthier? Raise your hand nice and high, right? I know I've been guilty of that before. Okay? So what to do with this hand now? Take this hand, please. Take this hand. Okay? On the left side, on the right side, wake up. Give yourself a spiritual awakening. Give yourself a wealth awakening. This is your most crucial time. By the way, of course, you can buy whatever you want to buy. You can spend your money, you earn it. You can spend it on whatever. I'm specifically speaking to the people who want to take a quantum leap in the next 2 to 3 years. Meaning, you want to suddenly, from wherever you are right now, your wealth profile suddenly become all the way up there. Raise your hand nice and high if you want to be one of those people. Raise your hand nice and high. Nice and high for me. Some people are not raising their hand because their hand is, or they're just too stubborn to. Point to yourself and say, stop spending money on things that don't make money. Right? Stop spending on things that don't make you money. Right? Set yourself a rule. I'll tell you what that rule is. Money out can definitely lead to money in. That's the only time money can go out. Set yourself that new rule. Just for this 1 year, trust me, if you can stay disciplined for 1 year, you will come back to thank me. I know you'll be, oh, but I didn't get the new iPhone 20. You'll get over it. Because 1 year later, you can buy 20 iPhones in one go. You guys understand what I'm saying? Stop spending money on things that do not appreciate in value. Stop spending money on things that don't make you money. Stop spending money. Stop putting money out when money doesn't come in. Only put money out to places that money can come back. Risk to reward. Energy out, energy in. Are we clear so far? Clear? Give me a yes, I'm clear. Okay? Everyone take an inhale, please. And slow exhale. Okay? So that's the second part. But you guys will have a question now on the second part. How do I accumulate more money? How do I accumulate more money? Okay, by the way, time is ticking. I'm not just saying these 90 minutes. I'm saying time is ticking because the sooner it hits, imagine this. Imagine okay, let me set you a small goal for this 1 year. Can I set you a small goal? Like an attainable goal, not like a crazy goal. Attainable goal. Okay? Let me set you a small goal for this year. Okay? Your small goal in 1 or 2 years' time is to own 10 properties. Okay? Just a small goal. You're in the next, okay, let's make it even more easier for you to digest. Okay? In the next 1 to 3 years, your small goal is to own 10 properties. Okay? Okay, those of you who said that's not small, then it definitely isn't. And you definitely will not achieve it. What you believe will be your reality. You say you follow me for manifestation. I don't know which videos you have been watching, but you probably missed a lot of them in between. Your thoughts create your reality. Those of you who say, no, that's not a small goal, that's a lot. Then let me tell you your truth, you will not manifest it, for sure. It is. It's too big for you. How many of you think that it's possible? Raise your hand nice and high. Right? That's all it takes. Right now, you may not know the strategy. Not a problem. We're going to go through it. Okay? But it's possible. right? If you acquire the skills, then you're possible too. It's possible for you. Now, 10 properties. Now, 10 properties, what does this mean? Let's take a conservative mark, okay? 10 properties generating $1,000 per month for you. Each, right? So what does that mean? That means that in your small goal, just a small goal, okay? Your small goal is to say, I want to manifest 10 properties in the next 1 to 3 years so that the future, forever, I will have $10,000 coming into my account every single month without me needing to work at all. And it becomes a choice. If I want to work, I work. When I don't, I don't. I'll travel, I do whatever I want. But at least there's 1,000 a month coming in. Okay, Tiffany said real estate does not appeal though. I hate real estate. It's disgusting, it's horrible, it's boring. I never enjoyed it. But tell me you don't want freedom. If you tell me you don't want freedom, then let's scrap this idea. Right? For the person who just said, I don't like real estate. My question is to you is, you don't like freedom. If you don't like freedom, let's scrap this idea. Okay? What about not investing in real estate? Then don't. All of you children out there right now, you rebel children, those kids at school who whatever the teacher says, you raise your hand and you give your opinion. Those children right now, listen to me, listen Linda, you are on this call to learn. When I want your financial opinion, I will spotlight you and then you teach the 1,000 people. Is that fair, by the way? Is that fair? I'm telling you, freedom, it gives you some freedom. Not a lot of freedom, some freedom. $10,000 a month, you don't need to worry about anything. Okay? Now, when will you accumulate these 10 properties? Right? Obviously not the people who hate properties, because you guys hate freedom, that's fine. But those of you who like freedom, when will you accumulate these properties? When the market is down. Right? At least 30% below market value, which it will hit for sure. Properties will for sure hit 30% below market value, at least. Once it's over 30% below market value, you are going shopping. Okay? But the problem is this though. You need to buy the properties to be able to get the freedom. And to buy the properties, you need the money. If you don't accumulate cash right now, and suddenly everything drops, gold prices drop, stocks and shares drop, real estate drops, you'll have hands tied behind your back seeing opportunity and you're not prepared. Are you guys following what I'm saying? Turn to the person next to you and say, don't be that person. Turn to the other side beside you and say, don't be that person. You don't want to be that person. You want to be the person when everything's below market value, you can say, yep, I'll buy some of those, and buy some of those, so that I can have freedom for the rest of my life. Understand what I'm saying? Right? Jacqueline said we can buy more than 10. Of course you can buy more than 10. I'm saying it for those people who, some people who are trying to figure out how to buy 10 right now. Okay? Now, so you want to accumulate as much cash as possible. So how do we accumulate more cash? Okay? Well, first of all, you will have your standard. I'm going to break it down for you guys. Your standard will be your current income, whatever that current income be. Okay? Maybe it's your job, your current income or your current job. Okay? Now, so when the money comes in, you want to spend as little as possible because you want to accumulate as much as possible. so that when that thing happens, you can actually do something. You can actually invest in something. So you want to spend as much as possible, and you want to try and think, how can you improve or increase your income? You want to work like you've never worked before. You want to be hardworking than ever before. You want to practice every single law of attraction, strategy, affirmation in the morning. You want to pray to every god from every religion. You want to spiritually connect to that wealth and abundance. You also want to take physical action towards it. You should be working more than ever before right now. And if you're not, then that's a note to yourself. Right now, you got to work more, but at the same time, you got to start to learn to work smart. Now, here's the second part of it. What is the part of working smart? Working smart is all about creating value to the marketplace. Creating value to the marketplace. I'll give you a very simple example. Right now, what you guys should be thinking is, by the way, those of you who've ever thought, I want to start a business soon, or, oh, maybe this is a good time to start a business. Actually, and again, I never say this. Like in the past, again, 8, 9, 10 years of speaking around the world, coaching people, I never say this, but I'm only saying it now. I wouldn't recommend you start a business right now. I'm saying start a business, not in, maybe the context is slightly different. What I mean is, I wouldn't start a business with my own product right now that I need to create, that I need to invest in, I wouldn't do that right now. If I was starting a business right now, I would start a business based on leverage. What does that mean? It means that I don't want to create a product. I also don't want to go and pay for researching and developing a new product or printing t-shirts, or I don't want to invest in that right now, no. I would rather do something like drop shipping, where I can just grab a product already off the shelf and just sell it to somebody and I make the money, but I don't need to create the product and I don't need to invest in the product. I would think of things like affiliate marketing. Why? Because affiliate marketing means it's somebody else's product. The delivery, the fulfillment, I don't need to do that. It's too much work. I just need to market and sell it, and I just make the money. Why? Because time is ticking, and that's the fastest way to make money. Affiliate, dropshipping, even multi-level marketing, direct selling, these things, whatever suits you best. I would rather do something that is an already existing product or service that I can just take, and it doesn't take me much time to deliver. I recommend everybody start focusing towards those things. Is that making sense? Right? And I recommend everybody start focusing. Has anybody here ever done IPA before? How many of you ever done IPA before? Okay, just a few people, I think, from our circle, right? Okay, I'm actually going to be running an IPA for our circle. How many are part of any of our circles? Super Creator circles, or type SC inside the chat if you're a Super Creator circle, or yeah. So for all our Super Creator circle, very soon I'm going to be running another IPA round, because right now you have to play IPA. What does IPA stand for? Income Producing Activities. We're going to do a 90-day IPA challenge. 90-day IPA challenge. There's rules to the game. There's mindset, there's mentality to the game. There's strategies to the game. But what does it do? It channels all your focus towards income-producing activities, so you don't waste your time and energy doing things that are not income-producing. So there's going to be a schedule, there's going to be things, there's going to be strategies we're going to be sharing. But you want to focus on IPA, and you want to learn how to do IPA properly. Why? Because right now is your time. You ain't got time. When things start crashing down, you got hands tied behind your back. You got nothing accumulated. What can you do? People who play IPA well, 2 weeks they can do 20K. 3 weeks they can do 50K. We've had it before. Right? I know it's not millions, but for a lot of people it's pretty okay. How many think that will be pretty okay if within a month, let's say, you can do 10K, 20K, 30K? It's good. It's a good start. Right? How can I join the circle? We'll talk about that at the end. Okay? Let's continue with this. Everybody take an inhale, please. And slow exhale. Okay? Now, so the second part of it, right? We want to learn how to provide value to the marketplace. Now, when I talk about creating value, I'm not talking about building your own business from scratch. If I was you, I would grab something of value that is valuable to other people and learn how to offer it to the marketplace. As I said before, dropshipping, affiliate marketing, easiest ways. Why? It's easy. Everybody repeat after me. It's easy. Okay? Everybody repeat after me. This is your new affirmation. Making money is easy. Say it like you mean it. You guys look so miserable right now. Making money is easy. No, making money is easy. You got to feel it because you attract what you feel. You got to become the vibration. Making money is easy. Okay? Now, how do you go about doing it? Well, the first thing in terms of value providing, you got to find out what the market wants. The second step is you got to go out and get it. The third step is you got to give it to them. Find out what the market wants, go out and get it. Third step, give it to them. Now, I mean, that sounds like duh. But how do you do it? Well, actually, it's very simple. How many of you ever used Amazon before? Do you realize if you go on Amazon, you can find electronics, you can click bestsellers. What does it tell you? You can click furniture, you click bestsellers. What does it tell you? You can click books, bestsellers. What does it tell you? You can click stationery, bestsellers. You can click any category you want. Sports, bestsellers. What does it tell you, please? What most people are buying. That's what it tells you. So what does it tell you? Number one, find out what people want. Number one. Market research is easier than ever before now because we have the internet. Now, whatever you see on there, okay, don't bring your own personal passion into this, by the way. Because some of you are like, oh, it's a GoPro that's selling. I don't like GoPros. My question isn't, do you like GoPros? My question is, do you like freedom? How many of you like freedom? Give me a freedom. Give me a freedom. You like freedom. I don't care if you like GoPros. Right? I don't like GoPro, but if GoPro can give me 10K a month, I'm going to do it. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? It's just freedom. It allows me more time to spend with my family, to do what I love. Why would I not do it? I'm not saying, did I at any point today say, guys, you got to find your purpose for your business, your life purpose. And you got to make that one product that you channeled from the divine that suits your personality and suits your passion. And that's the business you should do right now. Did I say that? I did not say that at all. I'm saying find anything that the market wants and just be the market provider. It's your easiest, fastest way. Stop trying to be but I went to business school and I learned SWOT analysis. Right? I don't care about SWOT analysis right now. I'm saying just go on Amazon, dude. And just see what's selling. And then just go on ClickBank or go on whatever, AliExpress, Alibaba, and just find the drop shipping thing and just boom, there you go, money. So first thing, research. Second thing, acquire. Third thing, deliver. Now, what do we deliver on? Okay? You guys are like, I need to learn marketing and all this type of stuff, and it's kind of a little bit complex. Actually, even if you do like Amazon FBA, it's probably going to be easier for you. Why? Because it's just listings on Amazon. People searching will find it if you know how to create a good listing. So you don't really need to spend too much money on advertising. You know, some of you can if you want. Obviously, it'll help. But there's many, many ways right now to get things to rank. And to get things to rank is all about trend hacking. What's it about? Trend hacking. It's exactly the same strategy and formula I used for YouTube. I only started YouTube in 2018, January. I started making some videos. And it grew extremely, extremely fast, right? Like 100K people following within a few months. And now on close to 2 million. It's got hundreds of millions of views. Now, let me ask you a question. If you had, doesn't matter what the product is, a GoPro, a t-shirt, a fishing rod, you don't like fishing, that's fine. And then you offer it to 2 million people. If you have that exposure, do you think some people may buy, yes or no? They'll buy. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So, but what has that got to do with? Well, it doesn't always have to be, learning all marketing stuff. Actually, you can get free traffic if you learn how trend hacking works. Because it's all algorithm. Google is an algorithm. YouTube is algorithm. Facebook is algorithm. If you learn how to rank your thing first, whatever product or service or whatever thing you have, a t-shirt or some shoes, if you know how to rank it first by trend hacking, actually you'll be on the top and people will click, so people will buy. So that's why, that second thing, right? Value. Right? Find out what the market wants, go and get it, give it to them. Okay? Now the third thing. Now this is the big word, I'm going to write it in a different color so that you guys highlight it. Okay? Reinvest. On what? ST. What does ST stand for, by the way? Because I just told you just a moment ago, I said, hey, by the way, now's not the time to invest. Self-teaching. Whoa, Nikki, that was a good guess. No. But that's also true. Yes, you should reinvest in yourself. Yes, we already said that before. No. For short term. Reinvest for short term. And I'll tell you how short. I'm talking about 40 days short. 40 days short. How many of you know what's happening in 40 days' time? How many know what's happening in 40 days' time? Thank you, Mers. Thank you, Ada. Bitcoin halving. Now, I know some people are, I don't like Bitcoin. No, dude. Linda, you're missing the point. Hello? I don't like Bitcoin too. But I have freedom. How many of you like freedom? Raise your hand nice and high. Right? I'm not working for Bitcoin. You buy Bitcoin, I don't get paid. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not about loving Bitcoin. I don't like cryptocurrency. I don't like those things. Loads of scams and loads of whatever. Yeah, if you buy into a scam, you get scammed. So you gotta be careful. Right? I'm not telling you just, hey, buy random cryptocurrency. No, I'm saying there's a Bitcoin halving in 40 days' time. What does it mean when there's a Bitcoin halving? Well, equivalent. I'm going to give you an idea. How many of you know that long-term gold prices always goes which way? Down or up? Okay. Why does gold price go up? Because of limit. Because demand is more than the limit. Demand is more than how many there are, supply. When demand is higher than supply, price goes up. That's simple. Got it so far? Okay. Now, what is Bitcoin halving? Well, it says on the tin. If Bitcoin halves its supply, and let's say demand didn't get even any higher, which actually it's getting higher, but let's say it wasn't even, what would happen to the price? And what's been happening to the price in the past 1 month? By the way, how many of you are part of my 2222 group? Type 2222 inside the chat. You're part of the 2222 group, right? Tell me one thing. Everything that I told you guys to invest in just 2 months ago, how much has it gone up now? At least right? Some 10 times, some 3 times, some 5 times, at least double. So what does this mean? Those who put 1,000 down now will have 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Those who put 5,000 down will now have 10,000, 25,000, whatever, in 2 months. How many of you think that sounds pretty cool in just a couple of months? Well, we're 40 days away from this halving. Okay, how to get into that group? We'll talk about that later. Okay? Let me just finish this off first. Okay, those of you who want to join whatever tribes, groups, or classes or whatever, we'll talk about that at the end. Okay, opportunity at the end. Listen up, everyone. Take an inhale and slow exhale. Okay, now Veronica's saying congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all the people, right, who are part of the groups. Now, the thing is this. There's a lot of speculation. Can Bitcoin still go up twice? Can it still, how much can it still go up? How much can I still make? Is it too late to invest and all the rest of it, right? I'll tell you quite frankly, actually, right now is getting into a high risk to high reward, high risk to lower reward kind of bracket right now in Bitcoin. So it's kind of a little bit, I'm not telling, please do not leave this call and say, Master Sri Akashana told me to sell my house, sell my wife, and sell my kids to buy Bitcoin. Okay, I did not say that. Do not do that. Okay, because right now, the risk to the reward is probably not as favorable as it was before. However, it's no longer about Bitcoin. Bitcoin hitting 100K is not about Bitcoin anymore. Because how many of you know what follows? What follows? ETH. This is also not about ETH. Altcoins. Thank you, Case. Altcoins. The microcaps. The microcaps, you're still looking at easy 5, 10, 50, some even 100x's. What, by the way, those of you who've never heard of this before will find it's a bit weird, right? I'll give you an example. What does 100x mean? And it's, by the way, those who know crypto, is it possible to 100x your money in 2 weeks? Yes or no? It's possible. It is possible. It's done it. Many have done it before. You can even look at the charts right now, right? Do you know what 100x means? It means you put 1,000 down, in 2 weeks later, cashing out 100K. That's silly money, no? It's like, what? By doing what work? No work. By just putting it there, right? And again, before you guys go and sell your wife and kids and everything and cash in on, and buy Bitcoin, no. I'm not saying just buy any altcoins. There is a strategic way to DCA in and to DCA out. And if you dollar cost average in and dollar cost average out the right way, you will minimize your risk. Okay, you will not maximize your profits, but you will protect your profits. So meaning something that could have 100x, you may not get the full 100x, but you may get 20x. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? Right? If I was every single one of you right now, don't care what level you're at right now, even if I've only got $100 in the account, it doesn't matter right now. Because how to make wealth is based on compounding. If your $1 becomes, if your $100 becomes $1,000 right now, that's only 10x, by the way. Your $1,000 on a 100x becomes $100,000. And in this game, it can happen very likely, right? I'm not saying everybody's going to 100x, right? But even if you 20x, it's still a big game. Just look at it like this. You got $100. If $100 knows how to 10x, that's $1,000. If $1,000 just 20x, that's don't talk too crazy right now. 20x, then it's $20,000. You just took $100 to $20,000 in 2 months. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right? So don't look at small money and say, yeah, but I only got $100. No. If you do it the right way, there's a lot you can do with it. Right? So that's why I'm saying reinvest. Okay? And reinvest short term. What am I telling you here? Right? Before the Bitcoin halving, by the way, 80, 90% of everything, I'm exiting. I'm getting out. I'm not going to partake in the bloodbath that may come afterwards. It's short term. I'm talking about 40 days, 30, 40 days. You guys understand what I'm saying? Right? Somebody, Deidre is asking which ones, right? I'm not going to just say which ones here, because if I say which ones, you're going to buy all of them and say, hey, you told me that, because it's not about which ones. It's about what price you enter and what price you exit. We have around 38 coins that we're invested in. You guys understand what I'm saying? So how can we learn? Okay. By the way, I don't know if you get, are you guys learning something, by the way? Raise your hand if you're learning something. But we're 10 minutes from the finish of this call. So can I just finish this call? And for those of you who want to learn the actual nitty-gritty of what things and all the rest of it, then we talk about that at the end. Is that okay? And then we can take the questions at the end. Otherwise, we're never going to finish this part. Okay? So this part here, we got reinvest, and we want to reinvest short term. Reinvest short term, and I'm going to draw the money out. I'm going to accumulate. Okay? By the way, I do believe there is going to be another big crypto crash, and it's going to come soon. I really believe that. Okay? So please do not, without any guidance, go and sell your house and buy all Bitcoin. Okay? I'm not telling you to do that at all. It's not safe. It's risk if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? So, now when you reinvest in all of these things for the short term, now what we got? Okay? When you reinvest in all these things in the short term, now what we got? We got a lot of cash. Okay? And I've never told people to do this before. Never. In the past 10 years of teaching people anything to do with wealth creation, I've never told people to do this before. Right? A lot of that cash, just keep in your bank. You will never hear me. I can't even believe I'm saying that right now. Never. I've always told people, don't keep your money in the bank because it's losing money because of inflation and everything like that. Right? Now I'm telling you, put it in the bank, put it in a savings account. Some places, by the way, I know I just opened a new account. And that new account gives, the savings account, gives 5% per year. I was like, 5% per year? Dude, I mean, it's not like crazy money, but I keep $1 million there, that's 50K. So I opened up actually 2 accounts, one for mom, one for dad. I put 1 million here, 1 million in there, and guess what? That's $50,000 per year for their spending money. I said, Mom, Dad, you guys just draw from the interest. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? I never teach to put money in a bank because that's not your greatest interest. Usually interest rates, normal banks is very, very low. Right? But right now, I'm saying, keep in your bank. Okay? Now, number 3, what do you want to do? Build up your credit rating. You want to build up your credit rating. You want to get good credit. Some of you may be in really, really bad credit right now. It doesn't matter. There's things you could probably do to increase your credit. Just work on it. Start working on it now. Those of you who have good credit, try get better credit. Right? Whatever those things are to get good credit. In the UK, I know because I'm familiar with that. You get credit cards and add yourself to the voting thing and things like that. You know, certain things you can do. Put money in, use your credit card every month while paying it back all the time. Things, paying up a proportion and things like that. There's loads of things you can do. You go do the research on it. I'm not a credit advisor, so I don't know. Your place might be different. Okay, but build your credit up. Why? Because when you build your credit up, okay? When you build your credit up, what is the next thing? Okay, I'm going to write on here. When you build your credit up, right, there will come the time, number 4, right, when things are starting to become at least 30% below market value. This is the time where you start to begin to accumulate. And when I say begin to accumulate, some of you will be like, oh, but I only saved up 20K, 50K, 100K by the time it did that, okay? If we're lucky, we're gonna get this recession stretch out, and it's not gonna happen until a year, if we're lucky. I'm saying the longer it stretches out, the luckier you are because you have time to action all these points. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If everything starts crashing next month, you guys will be like, oh, dude, I didn't have time to do any of this. You guys understand what I'm saying? You should be wanting it to delay, right? I've been wanting it to delay for past 3 years, and good job I'm a manifesting beast. And so it's been delayed, okay? But your manifestation is for it to delay. The more it delays, the more you get to accumulate, and the more you're prepared for this moment. Because when things start dropping below market value, now what are you going to start accumulating? Okay? So there's a few things. You're going to come in here at the S&P 500, right? By the way, if I'm looking at stocks and shares, I just go S&P 500. Why? Because it's just like a generic. It's not the most money will be made there, but it's just easier. You kind of like round it all up. Easier. You don't need to be a stock trader to do that, right? So what are you looking at here? So we talk about stocks and shares, okay? And so I know some of you, oh, I don't like stocks and shares. Do you like freedom, dude? Linda, hello? Okay? So second thing is what? Real estate. Okay? What else? Okay? I will go in Bitcoin. I don't care you like crypto, you don't like crypto, right? I believe in Bitcoin. I believe it's here to stay. I will go in Bitcoin for sure. This 30% drop. But whatever I'm investing in, these real estate, the stocks and shares, this Bitcoin, all of this cryptocurrency stuff, right? What am I doing? I'm not going to say, hey, I accumulated 100K, so here you go, 100K Bitcoin. No. You are going to also learn to DCA in, dollar cost average on the way in. So what does that mean? You are going to do it bit by bit. You are not going to invest all of your accumulation in one go. Okay? So you're going to invest a little bit at a time in these different things. Now, when you invest in these, you are also not going to say, I only had 100K, so I only got to buy one cheapest property in the cheapest city. No. That's not what you're going to do. You're going to take the 100K, then what are you going to do? You're going to learn to, what's the big word, by the way? What's the big word? Thank you. You're going to learn to leverage to buy. Okay, please do write that down. You're going to learn to leverage to buy. What does that mean? If a property, you can find the cheapest property in the cheapest city, whatever, the studio apartment, whatever, for 100K, you are not going to use your 100K to buy that property. You are going to use 20K, and then you're going to use the credit that you built up to buy that property. And you're going to accumulate as many assets as possible in this stage 4. Are you guys catching what I'm saying? Okay, by the way, everything that I'm saying here, on to point number 5. Right? These 5 steps is your 5-year plan. It's going to be your next 3 to 5 years, you'll see it. In the next 3 to 5 years, you'll see. Especially when it comes to this part, comes to the 5th part, it's going to be your 5-year plan. What is this? Now you have two sources here of wealth. Okay? You have what you sell when the market is up. Okay? It will go above market value. For sure. If it's above market value, it will go below market value. Below market value will go above market value. It will always switch between these two. Right now is above market value. It's going to go below market value. After below market value, at some point, when it retraces and comes back, it's going to go above market value. That's when you sell. You only sell when it's high. You guys understand what I'm saying? Right? So that's your first source of income. And your second source of income is what? This is your freedom. Cash flow. Cash flow. That's what we were talking about before, the 10K a month, just cash flow. Because that's generation wealth, that's forever. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? Let me tell you something, right? I'm assuming that you guys enjoyed what you're learning here because only 15 people did not like Bitcoin, so they left. But apart from 15 people, we still have 986 people, okay, here, so 14 people, right? Now, I'm guessing you did learn something. I'm guessing you took that as value and it was useful for you, right, to know and to have an idea of what you need to be preparing for right now, okay? But I want to finish off with this. And I think it's going to be very valuable to you to hear this because I don't know what age you are right now. Okay? You don't need to type inside the box, by the way. I don't know how old you are or how young you are right now. Okay? We don't get that many cycles in one lifetime. We really don't. Especially when we feel very active. I'll tell you something. First cycle, I was too young. I was a kid. So what can I do? What can a kid do? You know? So yes, do I really regret those days when I was 7 years old and I didn't go to buy real estate? Yes, I regret those days like crazy, you know. But you can't do anything about it, you know. So that's that. So the second cycle happens. The second cycle happens, okay, still a kid. Don't know what I'm doing. When you're a kid, you enjoy money, you know, you make some money, you go for a job. Just happy to get paid. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. When I had my first job, I was just happy to get paid. Whatever I got paid, I was just happy I could go party with it or do something with it or buy something with it. Right? How many of you know what I'm talking about? You don't think about generation wealth. You don't think about the future. You don't think about that. You don't. Okay? Now I want to share with you guys something. Right? That third cycle, I want to, if I could, like, physically, well, even if I don't do it physically, even if I go through my third eye portal and quantum jump back into the last cycle, I would go back and give that version of me a spiritual slap. I'd be like, dude, are you serious, dude? You are telling me you didn't have anything prepared for this time. So you're just watching everybody buy stuff and you're just watching. You're telling me that you didn't have all these, you weren't ready for it? You're telling me that you own 3 properties and that was fine, that was it? Like that's your life? You didn't have a plan for the next part of your life? That's it? Right? I don't know how many cycles you've been through, but let me tell you something. And I am not, and I'm telling you this, I'm not a logic-minded person. I don't like numbers. I don't like finances. Some people say, yeah, but you have loads of businesses and you do so well. I do what I do best. I outsource the rest. I know what I'm good at. Right? First rule of being successful, know thyself. Know yourself well. I know myself. I'm a creative mind. My mind jumps from idea to idea every day. If I really ran the company every day, our company would not be in profit. You guys understand what I'm saying? Right? I don't know if any of you are like me, but a creative mind, you know, let's do this, let's do that. Hey, oh yeah, we should buy that. And I justify spending money all the time. That's me. How many of you are guilty of that too, right? Let me tell you, I'm still that today. I mean, I'll say, yeah, right, new camera comes out, $15,000. No, we need this one because our videos need to look more professional. It's like, dude, what's wrong with the 3,000 one, you know? Now, I justify it. That's my mind. Okay? Frida said, I'm 53. Is it too old to begin? Why is it too old? Right? Everybody answered that for Frida. Never. Why is it too old? It's not. Now is your best time. I'll tell you something. I've seen many things. I've been accumulating money, by the way. I started talking about this since 2019. And when recession got announced a few weeks ago, I was like, whoa, we're here. Thank you, God, for giving me a little bit more time, extending. I'm looking at a pot of money in my account. And I see things every single day. I see from beautiful mansions to amazing, beautiful cars to limited edition watches to all these crazy things, flashy things. I see them every single day. And I am tying it behind my back and saying, no, you teach people this stuff. Stop it. Follow your own rules, dude. Because I'm saying, no, this is my one shot. If I don't take this shot right now, I'm talking about 15 years later. No. I don't want to think about when I'm 50-something to start. I don't want to think about that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't, but I don't want that to be my first time thinking about it. So that's why I'm saying, no, resist. Do you know, it's like seeing a cookie in front of you and wanting a six-pack at the same time. It's been tough, but I've gotten to this part here right now. And I'm like, dude, I'm not giving up. I'm not going to pick up the cookie. Because if I don't pick up the cookie now, I will have cookies for the rest of my life for free. And the six-pack. Why am I sharing this with you? Because I hope you are taking me as serious as how much I am being serious about this message I'm conveying here today. You guys understand what I'm saying? I hope you're taking it seriously, not lightly. When is your time to start actioning, by the way? What you just learned today, when is your time to start actioning? Maybe next year, when the recession hits? When US announces, maybe? When property prices start coming down? When? Now. Now is the time for action. Please write that down. Now is the time for action. 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 Okay? That's why, for those of you, okay, how many of you actually want to learn more of these things? The investing things, the creating things, the manifesting the wealth things, and all that type of stuff. How many of you actually want to learn more about these things? Okay? I highly recommend you. There's three things actually that are going on soon. 3 things. Okay? Please write this down. 3 things. 3 things. The first thing, at the end of this month, I have what event? How many of you know? Our signature event? What is it? Thank you, MM. Why you give me triple M? Manifesting miracles. Number 1, manifesting miracles. It's 30 hours of live training with myself, okay, on this stage. 30 hours, virtual, like this. 30 hours, 3 days, okay? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, some of you I know will be like, I need to work on Friday. No, tell your boss that you're having an asthma attack that day, okay? So you tell them in advance. Okay, tell them that you have a headache that day. Tell them in advance. Tell them now. Okay, I think that at the end of this month, okay, I read my horoscope and it says that I've got a headache on that day. Okay, so just take leave that day. Okay, by the way, is taking 1 day off leave worth it? If you are going to accumulate what I'm saying here, is it worth it? Yes or no? Of course it is. Take 1 day, only 1 day. I'm not asking you to leave your job. Okay? Now, it's at the end of the month. Manifesting miracles. Please write that down. Go to manifesting miracles. Okay? Manifestingmiracles.com. I think it's $997 a ticket. I don't even want to know. It's $1,000 ticket. Just under $1,000 a ticket. Right? I know some of you are like, it's $1,000. It's a lot of money. No, not compared to what you're learning. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? You decide. Right? You will lose more than $1,000 not learning this stuff. Okay? But in Manifesting Miracles this time, you're not just going to learn the strategies, it's going to be virtual. Okay? You're also going to learn all the vibrational frequencies, set yourself right, and all the rest of it, all the law of attraction stuff to go along with it. But it's going to be, this time on day 2, it's going to be heavily wealth creation related. Okay? So please join that. Right? This is going to be at least 10 hours out of the 30 hours that's going to be wealth creation related. Okay? That's that part. Number 1. The second thing, okay? Get yourself a super creator token so that you can join the IPA. Number 2, please write that down. Get a super creator token so you can join the IPA. I'll be doing an IPA, I'll be starting within this month. Okay, it's going to be a 90-day IPA. So for 90 days, everybody's going to share and mastermind activities with regards to wealth creation, and we're going to be income producing focused. Okay? Yep, Gen Z holder can join too. Okay, that's the second thing. The third thing is, okay, so tokens, those of you who don't tokens, they're on OpenSea. I think they're about $500 or something. I don't know what it is. Okay, $500 or something. Okay, so that's the second thing. Okay. Okay? Yes, those of you who have a token, of course you can join, okay? The third thing, please. Third thing. Okay? I will be running a 3-hour session on cryptocurrency and NFT trading. It's called Super Creators Onboarding. Okay? Super Creators Onboarding. Please write that down. Okay? It's a 3-hour session. In that call, I will highlight what type of tokens are better, what type of tokens are more risky, what is good to reinvest in, what is not too good to reinvest in, and I'll just be giving my analysis in those 3 hours so you guys are clear. Those of you who are asking about what coins and all that, in those 3 hours, I'll be covering that in the SC onboarding. Make sense? Give me a yes. Okay. Now, the SC onboarding, okay, how much is that investment for that call? Okay. If I give you the list of coins and things like that I'm invested in, if I give you some of the things that I'm doing right now, right, how much is that worth? Answer that question first. What I'm invested in. If I show you something here, right? In one portfolio, this is the number, one portfolio, I don't know if you can see it or not. One portfolio is sitting on right now. I don't know if you guys can see. Right? So this is the list, $1.9 million, $1.940 million. By the way, this $1.9 million portfolio was $1.2 million 1 month ago. And I'll show you on that call how. That's quite crazy, no? Really, really, really quite crazy. But I'll show you how on that call. Now, so if I did show you how I did that in that call, how much would that be worth to you? I'm asking you, how much should that 3 hours be? Priceless, 50K. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. $88, that's all. How many of you want to join it? Type 88 inside the chat. Okay? I'm only going to give this opportunity just today, right? It's going to be $88. Okay? Okay, there's a lot of people typing 88, but I'm not going to do it for everyone because there's 1,000 people here, and if there's 1,000 people on there and you guys all ask questions, I will not be able to take everyone on. So I'm just going to do it on fast action base only. It's going to be that simple. The first people who get the enrollment can get it. Okay? Aside from that, by the way, before I ask the team to drop the link, they're going to get the link in a moment. Okay? So for the first people who get it, they'll be able to get it for $88. What I'm going to do this time, and I've never done this before, whoever joins the 3 hours call, the Super Creators onboarding call for $88, I'm going to gift you, okay, to join the IPA, the 90-day IPA. I'm also going to gift you a ticket to Manifesting Miracles. By the way, that's $500 and $1,000 gifting you. How many of you are in for the 88? If you're in for the 88, again, give me an 88. And on team, are you ready? My heart's pounding. I think they're all like, I see them already. Okay, on 3, on 2, on 1. Inside the chat now, you'll be able to see a link. Okay, so for everybody who, for the first people who join, and click on that link now, and you enroll onto that 88 enrollment. Okay, it's only $88. You probably eat that in a dinner. Okay. But in those $88, what you'll get the 3-hour session where I'll be covering about NFT onboarding. I'll also cover some things on cryptocurrency. Aside from that as well, I will be gifting you guys beyond the 3 hours. You'll be able to join the IPA learning. So that will be a few hours session just teaching the IPA stuff about income producing activity stuff. So probably another three hours on top of that. So now I got 6 hours in total, okay, of training. And then aside from that as well, for the first people who are enrolling right now, I'm going to gift the 3-day event at the end of the month. That's 30 hours. And it's live training. It's with me. I'm going to come up and I'm going to play my part. You guys obviously need to show up and play your part, okay? Now, I know some of you will be thinking, oh, he's just trying to sell us this $88 thing. I want to ask you guys, I want you guys to think about it. Can you give me that for 8? You give me 3 days of your time, 30 hours of your time. You get paid more than $88 for your job, right? The only reason we have to put a price tag on this is 2 reasons. Number one, my mentor, my coach used to always say, those who invest more, pay more attention. Those who pay more attention. Because if you are not willing to invest in you, why would we invest all our time? My whole team, my whole crew needs to be here to support you on this, right? So if you're not willing to invest in you, why would we invest in you, okay? And the second reason is because if we understand consciousness on an energetic level, energy out, energy in. Don't always just be looking for freebies every single day. Everything is an exchange of energy for energy. And a lot of the time when you are holding energy in and you're not willing to put energy out, that's why no energy can come in. I used to not understand that, and I'll tell you why. Because my mom and dad, they came from Hong Kong back in the day. I was born in the UK, for those of you who don't know. Okay? When they come, congratulations, by the way, for everyone who got in. I see Anne, congratulations. Okay, very good. Okay? So congratulations to everybody who got in, first of all, okay? I don't know if there are any spaces left. If there are, then you guys can just try. When the spaces lock out, it'll just say locked out, okay? So now, what happens if we're already in MM? That's fine. You're in MM. Great. What do you mean? You can't be in there twice unless you split your body or something. I don't know. It means you're there. Okay, SC token holders already in, correct? SC token holders, yeah, I think so. SC token holders, yeah, you're already in, yeah. So, oh yeah, I was saying, my mom and dad, they came from, and I think this is a very important lesson to finish off with. They came from Hong Kong. I was born in UK. Is there any people friends from UK here? Give me a grey sky inside the chat if you're from UK. I'm sorry. No, it's raining here in Dubai too today. I'm sorry. That was below the belt, I know. Anyway. Anyway, so yeah, I was born in the UK, and my mom and dad, they're savers. They're savers. I don't know if you guys had parents like that, or you yourself as that person, because I used to be a saver, because I'm just the equal of my mom and dad, because I get conditioned by them through my upbringing. And so all the time they're trying to save money, save money, save money. And I used to hear the saying, they used to say, save money for what? Save money for? What do they say? Save money for? They say save the, no, they don't say save money for the rich. They say save the what? Save the pennies, right? Save the pennies for a rainy day. And I mean, I had to be 30-something years old until I realized that when a rainy day comes, all you have is pennies. You don't want a shit ton of pennies because that's not going to get you anything. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So you say save pennies for a rainy day, and it rains, and you're like, oh, I got loads of pennies. You know, what are you going to do? So that becomes a problem. And the thing is, my mom and my dad were always not very willing to put money out. And I used to think that's good because it's saving money, because that's what they taught me. But when I started getting into spirituality and I started raising my level of consciousness, I realized that everything is energy and energy is everything. Money is energy. I want to ask you a question. Those who always hold on to money and unwilling to allow money to go out, is that lack vibration or abundance vibration? Answer that question, please. Is that lack vibration or is it abundance vibration? But we don't know. I didn't know. I didn't even know there was anything to do with vibrational frequency back then. But I didn't know. I didn't know the reason why they wouldn't let money out and they want save. They were afraid to lose money. They were afraid to put money in the wrong places. That they're afraid to lose money. When they're afraid, because you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. When you're afraid, what do you manifest? More lack. And that's why it's really, really hard for my mum or my dad to become very, very wealthy. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I was in my mid-20s, I was blessed by the universe to coincidentally meet a group of very wealthy people. Okay? By the way, I'm not saying, I say wealthy, I'll say they had a lot of money. Okay? I'm not saying they're nice people. I'm not saying they are happy people. I'm just saying they had a lot of money. And I started to study the way they do things. And I realized they are willing to invest. They're willing to put money out. They let money go out while more money keeps coming in. And when I started to study that, I was like, wait there a second. Maybe there's some shift that I need to start making with my habits. And so that, when I was 26, was when I first got into personal development. I hired my first business coach. £10,000, UK pounds, so around $12,000. My mom and my dad highly, highly, highly said no to that, declined it. Are you stupid? You paying him what? £10,000 to what? To give you some advice? Dad will give you some advice. And back then, I swiped my credit card for that coaching. And I want to let you guys know something. A lot of the foundations that I taught today is still from that many years ago. And it's what I use today. I do not for one moment say, I know everyone's saying thank you for today. I'm not for one moment saying the information you learned today was purely I made it all up. No, I didn't make any of the things up actually. I would love to claim it and say I thought of it. No, I didn't actually. I just learned it from my mentors and my coaches. And today is my way of paying it forward. I could easily just say, yeah, I'll charge you all £10,000 each, right? But I know not everybody has £10,000. Right? Especially in our spiritual community. And this is what I'm sick and tired of seeing now. Spiritual people always being broke. Why? Why should that be? Rich people never happy. Why? Sick of seeing that now. So I'm like, hey, if I can do anything by at least giving you guys an opportunity at the price of a dinner for two, let you guys in and let me teach you these things, then at least that gives me the privilege to be able to teach you. Hopefully one day, in the near future, 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, things happening, chaos happening around the world, whatever, then we can be the superheroes who join hands and say, hey, let's come together. We got money and we got time. Let's go and help some other people. That's what I pray we can do that for the people. And I pray that you guys, with whatever you learn through this, will also pass the message forward and pay it forward too. I think that's all I have to share today. I think we've overran slightly, but I think we did a good job to timekeeping this time. Usually I overrun by 3 hours. Today I did a good job. I want to say a big thank you for everybody who tuned in, and congratulations for everybody who got in. Those of you who said your payment declined, I believe if you left your details, did they leave their details? Yeah, a member of the team will email you, contact you, WhatsApp you, or something like that to help you on board if they decline. So don't worry about it. Or if in doubt, you can always email team@imrs.com. If the team can put the two links, the link for the $88 and the link for team@imrs, put the two links inside the chat. And just finish off there. Thank you guys so much. So see you guys. I think next week we got the onboarding in a few days' time. So I'll see you guys on the onboarding, and then we'll go from there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a blessed evening. Have a blessed day from wherever you tuned in from. Love and prayers for all of you. Namo Himalaya. Namaste. Thank you.